I'm Greg Miller from kindafunny.com, and you're listening to Podcast X, Y, and Z.
What's up, my people?
Yo.
Welcome to Podcast X, Y, and Z.
Let's go.
The world's number fun video game podcast.
We're back.
Andrew, Matthew, how are you doing?
You know, I'm good. We're doing some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we're a little blurry on our YouTube live stream because, and here's my theory, Andrew.
What's your theory?
We got so popular
broke-
that the resolution couldn't keep up.
We broke the internet.
How's that for New Year's resolution?
Wreck-It Ralph, more like,
Did you hear what I said?
you said you love me.
No.
And that
I was saying a joke and you were not even, it was for
I was making my own joke.
No, forget it. All right. For those of you that don't know, we run Media Interactive, and we have a Patreon homepage as well as social media profiles at MInteractiveXYZ. And we do this little podcast on a weekly basis, Podcast X, Y, and Z, where we talk about all things Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. We talk about the news, talk about video games, talk about what we love, and who we love, Andrew. And who we love...
Our patrons.
Our patrons. We love everybody, but we love our patrons a little bit more. So, shout out to our patrons: Alex, Brendan, Jake, Jonah, Jonathan, Josh, George, Harry, Rosser, Ryan, Sam, Silas, Suzanne, Timothy, and Xander.
That's a lot of patrons.
That list keeps on growing, okay? And shout out to Roro on YouTube and in the chat. Shout out to Derek Lyons, also on YouTube. Shout out to the people that are kind of funny best friends all across the world, the globe, the sphere, the rock. Andrew.
Wow, that was a good description.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Shout out to everyone in the chat.
Shout out to everyone in the chat. We're going to talk about some news. We're going to talk about a bunch of fun stuff, and you can just throw in your thoughts, and we'll pick them up right on the stream, and it will be tons of fun. Roro, thank you so much for the heart. Seth Matthew, is he related to you? That's dope. I like that a lot.
He feels offended because we didn't shout him out.
Shout out to Seth Matthew. Feel less offended. All right. Let's get moving. There's some stuff to talk about, Andrew.
News.
I'm so excited to do it, okay?
Our main quest for the day.
Main quest, the campaign.
The campaign.
That's right. Oh, you're right.
Before we go on some side quests that I might take us on.
You're right. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We got, let's see, 5 news items I want to go through in the campaign.
We usually do like 2 news items, so today we're rolling. Today
we were slacking on news the last couple weeks. It was kind of like a joke.
It was a joke. Our podcast
we talked about stuff, but it was kind of a joke. So, all right, number 1, we'll talk about this briefly. PlayStation 4 sales.
Woo.
Reach over 91.6 million units, Andrew.
That's a lot of...
That's not a small amount.
That's as many people as I know.
And here's what's interesting to me is it's always paired with is it going to beat the PS2, the best-selling video game console of all time, at 158 million units as of 2013 when the PlayStation 4 was released.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are your thoughts about that? Do you think that, are you filled with thanks and gratitude for that stat? Is it irrelevant to you because you're Xbox?
I think that it is a little bit of both, honestly.
Yeah.
My heart is irrelevant. I don't need to hear about that. Go Xbox. But then I'm that's a lot of people that are playing video games, and that makes me happy because that makes me happy.
Yeah. And we all know the PS4 outsells the Xbox One. A couple years ago, Microsoft said they will never reveal the sales points of their Xbox One because they're not good. You know what I mean? Relative to their competition, they're not good.
Yeah.
So it's estimated that it's around half, basically.
That's crazy.
Which is, I know it's bad. Compared to the competition, it's bad. But if there are 50 million Xboxes out there, that's also neat, right? Yeah. And fun.
They're priced at the same, right? They have the same price point? Or did I make that up?
Well, they do, but they didn't launch as such. You know what I mean? The Kinect and the price hike of the Xbox One launching at $500 destroyed Microsoft's launch. And then PS4 came in $100 less. They did a whole game sharing thing on the E3 stage. Look it up. Oh, so good. It was a direct dig at Microsoft. But anyway, it is crazy. And again, we titled this podcast "The Calm Before the Storm," I did that secretly. You didn't even see me do that.
I didn't.
Do you know why I said that?
Because winter's coming.
Okay, yeah, Game of Thrones is coming. That's for Podcast Remastered, our monthly podcast that we do at another time. But so much, we're at the brink, the cusp of so much happening.
That's true.
Okay, 2019 is going to be wild.
Yeah,
there are Last of Us 2 reveal leaks. There are all these crazy stuff going on that I don't want to officially devote to news yet because it might just be rumors. But I feel like a lot is happening. And one thing is these price points, these selling consoles compared to what is coming, which is the PlayStation 5 and Xbox, 2.
Xbox 2.
Whatever it's called.
Xbox 1.5.
Project. Do they have a project name for it?
Yeah, they did, and I just forgot it.
It ain't Scorpio. No, Scorpio's X.
Yeah, there's a new one.
Whatever. But I thought that was cool. I like that they're revealing those stats, and PlayStation has done a good job of saying goodbye to the PlayStation 4. And so it's like, let's go. So that's exciting.
Yeah, let us know in the chat. What do you think about those numbers? Do you think it beats the PS2?
And some people are seriously thinking it's going to beat the PlayStation 2 at 158 million units. Yeah. That means it needs, I'm bad at math, 70 million more units in its last year of life cycle. In a year? No way, dude. It took 5 years to get 90, and everyone's going to have one. The market is saturated.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you wanted a PS4, I feel like you would have had one by now. But some people, anyway, if you had a PS2, let us know in the chat. I'm sure most people did.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought that was cool. News item number 2, Game Pass poll results.
We polled
and you might be thinking, what news article is this? I've read of no such thing. And it was our such thing on Twitter. I asked the question, what is your experience with Xbox Game Pass? Reply to my tweet with your why. Okay? We had a ton of votes, more than I was anticipating, and 49% said they love Game Pass. That was one of 3 options. 48% said they never tried it. That was the second of the 3 options. And 3% of our voters said they hated it, frowny face. Okay? And this was affirming for me and fun. Twitter polls are so fun.
Yeah.
But if you have Game Pass, you like it, and most people replied with, it's okay now, but again, the potential of it is so humongous that they love. It's almost like they love the concept of Game Pass more than its reality right now.
Yeah.
And for some people to not want to pay for it, I get that. Yeah. But to be an early adopter of that, we love it. I mean,
yeah. And if you're listening or if you're watching right now, and you're one of the people that said you haven't tried it, it just baffles my mind because of how many deals they do about if you've never done Game Pass, like the first 14 days are free.
Or now it's another 1 month for $1.
1 month for $1. So to all the people out there, $1 for a month to get all of like the best games you could think of.
Yeah.
And some random hidden gems. So if you're out there and you're like, I don't know, if you're like that 48% that's never tried it, it's $1. I'll give you $1. Try it for a month, and it actually will change the way you think about gaming.
Especially with Crackdown 3. Again, I know this is specific to Xbox, but with stuff coming, right? Like the calm before the storm, I think it's going to be a good time to already have it. Yes. Once these games drop, you're like, oh, it's there.
Yes.
We can have that right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I love that poll. I want to try to do more Twitter polls and get more feedback from them. That way, even if they're not in the chat, they can still be a part of the news.
Side quest, do you think that PlayStation Next Gen launches with a similar subscription service?
Oh, dearest. No. I think, sort of. I think they're going to double down on their PlayStation Now because they already have a service.
Yeah.
But it's their old library of games. It's not currently a new release kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's so weird because their exclusives are so big and huge that everyone just buys them. No one has a problem with it.
Yeah.
Xbox has always favored indies.
Yeah.
Xbox has always favored quieter games.
Yeah.
So those exclusives coming to Game Pass they're an incentive for those developers.
Yeah, that's true.
PlayStation, it's like if you are already an exclusive on PlayStation, you're huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are a vast amount of Microsoft exclusives that are bad.
Yeah.
So they dump them to Game Pass. Sure. PlayStation, I don't believe that to be the case. I think their exclusives make and sell consoles. And again, PlayStation 4 hardware hitting 92 million, games are pushing that console.
Yeah, right.
Xbox even knows that games are not pushing their console. Yeah. It's streaming. It's, now it's the most powerful console ever.
For sure.
They're not using game lingo.
Yeah, right.
PlayStation commercials are all the best place to play games, and I think it's true.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting to think about that. And again, we talked about this on our first podcast. I think the future is subscription-based stuff, not regional or periodical DLC.
Right, yeah.
The whole landscape is changing, which is cool.
Yeah, definitely. Seth says maybe some more PS4 or PC polls. Yeah.
We can do that. I can throw those out there for you.
Classic PC players.
I would like to do a PS Now poll or a PS Plus poll on the lineups for PlayStation because I love Xbox Live Gold. I love Game Pass. I love what they're doing. So, duly noted.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but there's nothing on PC like that, right, Seth? There's no subscription service.
Maybe. I don't know how Steam works.
Yeah, I don't either. Actually, I do, but I don't think there's any.
For Steam, it's pretty foggy.
Moving on to our next
All right.
news
item number 3. If you were
the next mission
of the campaign. Yeah. I'm sorry. We'll land it. We'll land that.
We're going to land it
lingo.
Eventually. Yeah.
If you were here for the pre-show when we were freezing up our YouTube video, Andrew Matthews spoiled this. There's an app on iOS called Game DVR. And again, I'm sorry, Seth. It's for Xbox. But you can share your screenshots and recording super easily, by the way. Super easy. Almost creepily so.
I didn't put in a password.
All you do is type in your gamer tag, and it brings up your entire library of stuff that you've ever recorded, and then you can very easily message it to your friends or edit it or share it. It becomes like an iPhone Photos app.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for that for a long time.
Yeah.
Especially because you can't share from your Xbox to that kind of stuff. You can direct it to Twitter, you can direct it to Facebook, but there's no messaging sort of thing, except for within Xbox itself.
Yeah,
so
no, for sure.
I love to see that. And like I'll use the Xbox app itself that already has the info and the party stuff. You can even pull up a controller on your phone screen and Bluetooth connect to your Xbox.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Because it's Bluetooth, your phone can effectively do everything a controller can do. Obviously, it's just not ideal on a touchscreen. But I like to hear about that app, and we just found that out.
Yeah.
You know?
I heard that they're like trying to bridge the gap between like Xbox gaming and their like Surface and their like Microsoft or Windows gaming. Because I keep hearing about this thing called Play Anytime or Play Anywhere. Yeah. Where your progress is saved on your Xbox, and you can literally go to your computer and continue playing. Yeah. So it just seems like they're trying to integrate all the devices because, you know, Microsoft is way bigger than just the Xbox, you know. So like
yeah, and they're working on xCloud. They've talked about it. Right. And so there's a leaked official screenshot of like Halo on a you know, Samsung tablet or something weird. So they're working on it, and it's cool to see them honestly just devote time to other devices, because Sony does not do that, brother. They just don't. Even their website is like a little shambly to me. And again, Microsoft has always been good about software, so I like that they're pioneering that. Yeah, but
pretty cool.
We'll see, and that helps them. In the, you know, I want console wars to be a thing of the past. Maybe, you know, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I love consoles, and I don't think they're going anywhere. But if you could have other measurements for success, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think that would be great.
Yeah, so, that's true.
Yeah, super sweet. News item number 4. Okay, you brought this up. It's an article. Do you want to read it? Do you have the document up? If not, I can do it. See if that link will take you to it.
I got you.
Call of Duty details have leaked. Wow, what a shocker! But it's almost the reason it's news is not because it's Call of Duty, but it's what it reveals about the industry in general.
Yes. So we got job listings. This is a crazy part of leaking. It's like when things leak,
it's LinkedIn. Like every time.
It's random things that just happen. So Infinity Ward is up for this year's Call of Duty, which means Ghosts 2. No, I'm just kidding. Don't quote me on that.
No, please, no.
We would
please no.
Quit gaming for sure. Not Ghost 2. So we're looking at either Modern Warfare 4 or a brand new sub-franchise. But the interesting thing about that news article is that the job postings are about next gen. It's next gen focused. It says engineer to drive the vision of what a true next gen console can achieve. So if you're listening, if you're watching, you might be thinking, yeah, okay, so they're like what we talked about. They're hiring probably for long term. Yeah. They're already gearing for what does Call of Duty look like on the PS5, blah, 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 whatever. However, this is their year. Yeah. To think, okay, maybe if we can just, you know, follow that rabbit hole for a little bit. Yeah. And just say, what if they're gearing up for a next-gen title this year?
Right, and the news is twofold. One is now they're valuing single player again. If you're watching live in the chat, do you play/miss single player Call of Duty campaigns? That's straight up, I'm asking directly.
That's a very polarizing
My
thing.
answer is, what did I ask? Do I
miss?
Do I play them?
Yes.
Yeah. Do I miss them? No. That's where I stand. Yeah. But for them to post that and need somebody, again, and I kind of told you this before we started recording, it's a hiring process. They want somebody ready for the new consoles. Yeah. Maybe they're not launching on one, but again, PlayStation 5, I'm telling you, it's coming. I feel like it's not going to be another 18 months. Yeah. I don't feel like that. Yeah. But we'll see. Infinity Ward, in my opinion, is falling behind. Yes. It's my third favorite of the three. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I mean, do you like I guess Modern Warfare theirs?
Yes.
Okay.
Modern Warfare 2 is like my favorite campaign.
Okay.
Seth says they were definitely fun, but it's not a deal breaker. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much right there.
I agree with that.
Seth also says, I feel that's the biggest con for Sony. Going back to what we're talking about Sony, I feel like they would have such a bigger following if they catered to more devices and more user-friendly consoles and devices.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct.
Right.
Sony just need but what you said, they have the big AAA titles, exclusives. They feel like they have what they have going.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, back to Call of Duty, I don't miss campaign.
No. I don't know, it's interesting. In articles like this that pop up in January, developers are vamping up.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
In the fall, they're releasing, and then until Christmas, they're fixing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they all tweet, we're taking a 4-month break.
Yeah.
Like most developers take a month off, which is good. They've been working 5 years straight.
Yeah.
Sometimes 60, 80 hours a week, if you remember that controversial, Rockstar story that I think was blown out of proportion. But anyway, it'll be cool to see if that comes to fruition. And I think, again, the calm before the storm, I think we're going to start seeing more stories like that.
Yeah.
That are hinting at, we need you now, we're working on this now, let's do this now for next-gen consoles. Again, because they have to demo at some point.
Yeah.
They have to prep. So
where are you sitting now about new consoles? I know we talk about this, but like, are you still believing that PS5 launches or gets revealed this year?
I've never believed that. I just still hope it.
Okay.
Like, I still think it's going to be 2020.
Okay.
I bet it. Can I answer your question? Here we go. You ready?
Answer my question.
I think it's revealed this year.
Okay.
But we don't have it.
Okay.
Until maybe spring. I know that throws it all off. There's no fall release window anymore. Maybe. But
maybe.
Again, it's all different. It's so different now.
Yeah.
There's VR. There's all this stuff they got to figure out. There's no E3. Like, what?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
I just really hope VR. Honestly, this is like crazy, just maybe crazy to say, but I just hope VR doesn't take off. I'm not interested in it at all. I would just want to play on my controller and not plug into something.
Are there still arcades around the earth?
Yes.
There won't be for long.
Yeah, that's true.
All they really had was VR. You know that old school, like you put on this huge plastic thing and then it's the cheapest roller coaster ever, but because your chair is also rumbling, you're like, this is more than a video game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all going down the toilet now,
Yeah.
you know? So I definitely don't like being super duper removed from reality like that.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit preposterous to me. But again, I mean, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Like, I just feel like if they launch like a next gen with like a necessary like VR AR component, I just won't be interested.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
I would be less likely to buy something if they start.
If it's bundled. Because
if it's bundled,
it's bundled, it's a price hike,
Yeah.
and you don't want it. You
And I
know,
don't
so
want it.
again, but there
It's
might
gonna
be
be like
options.
a Kinect thing, dude. I'm telling you, it's gonna be like the new Kinect.
Well, and they're gonna be scared. It's so hard to have an
Yeah.
accessory that's required for the best experience.
Yeah.
But there's a rumor of a discless Xbox One now. There's all these alternatives. People are saying they're going to launch with multiple models.
Yeah.
PS5 and a PS5 Plus or whatever. So, yeah, who knows, man? It's going to be crazy. Let's move on to the...
Seth says it'd be cool to try another person's house, but wouldn't invest a penny. Yeah. That's true.
Well, and again, that's
true.
such a good point. Like, I think the consumer value and intrigue is there.
Yeah.
But it's still that,
Yeah.
like if you're not ready to be a dad, you're gonna be a fun uncle kind of thing. Like
Yeah,
I'm gonna enjoy the fun parts of this, but I'm not gonna be the one paying for it. Yeah.
Ro says I'm in the same boat. I'm not ready for VR. So I guess everyone is kind of similar. Then.
Let's just everybody hang tight, hang tight. All right, stay the course, stay the course. It's like Bird Box almost. Like don't look at
spoilers.
Don't look at VR headsets. You know what I mean?
VR headsets.
Use a real blindfold. But
we'll take that out for you guys.
Let's move on to the fifth and final news item. It's also the topic of this week's episode, Andrew.
Yeah.
Anthem gameplay.
This is what I've been waiting to talk
Courtesy of IGN first.
All
IGN's
month,
all month long. They do content. Go check it out on YouTube. They talked about Storm Javelin gameplay, which is one of the classes.
Yes.
One
of 3-4 classes. I know there's Storm, there's the big one, and then there's Javelin's the big one.
I only saw 3 in the demo,
Yes.
right? The bigger dude. And,
yes.
Yeah.
But I think there's a
so if you haven't seen that, go watch it. If you have seen it, let us know what you think in the chat. If you haven't seen it, let us know what you know about it, if anything.
Yeah.
And we can elaborate as we need to.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the gameplay?
Man, dude, I'm gonna go as far as to say like it made me want to pre-order right away. and that's like, but when we talked last, when we were talking about games we're excited about, I was so skeptical. You can go back if you were here on the live stream. You remember I was skeptical. I was nervous. I said I definitely won't. That gameplay video, it just looked so fun. And so here's my biggest, actually, and this is like kind of ironic. I just think the best thing about it is it looked like it works. It just looks like it runs. Roro says, Anthem, I went from hype to skeptical to not hype to hype again. Dude, if I
just described my exact...
Literally, that is exactly where I'm at, because I have gone from like, do I need to trust EA? Like, what's going on with EA? I watched this like BioWare. And, man, it looks...
And again, Andrew, you spoke to my heart but not my brain when you said I was ready to pre-order. Because EA, man.
Yeah, I know.
I can't do that.
And here's the thing. Well, here's the thing, though, is they set out the gate. Everything that comes out after the game, you will not pay a cent for. That makes me feel good. Now, microtransactions, I get it. That they could be bundling that in the game, but I think there's more BioWare than there is EA in this. And BioWare does good. Yeah. And BioWare doesn't really suck your soul out with microtransactions, so I'm hoping that's the case. And it looks like a playable, fun, easy, from the launch Destiny is what it looks like. It looks like one of those games where I can just play right away and just have really fun.
And you really are Iron Man.
Oh, see?
You know what I mean?
Thing. It's like,
it's literally Iron Man in the best of ways.
The traverse, like the movements are so fluid. It's so cool.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved the gameplay, and I'm very excited for it.
I loved it.
I went from let's continue to see to I can't wait to play it for myself.
Yeah.
Here's where I'm at, though.
Okay.
I do not know or have proof, and maybe it's just because they haven't revealed it, but that the story is going to drive me through that game.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is necessarily. I don't have a grasp on that. Maybe they don't reveal that yet for whatever. But what is going to do it is simple exploration and just like co-op, like strict. Yeah. That launch, them, and I talked about the verticality. It looks like the world, the Avatar world.
Yes.
They just go. They're just like,
and they have this little like you're going.
They have this little like 1-2 step, and then it's like a.
And the fast one like rolls. She does like a flip and then goes. It's so cool. We have some comments. Okay. Roro says, I think I should hold off and not pre-order, but I feel like I'm gonna cave like I always do.
I agree with that.
Seth says, EA is fire games, but marketing and DLC take away from the game itself. Battlefront had so much potential, but it was very poorly executed. Roro says, true. Very true. Not disagreeing there. And so, I mean, I think that there are concerns with the game. Like, I think that... So, my concerns are, one thing that they said very early on is said, this game is not supposed to be played solo. Now, I get it. Fun cooperative games are a thing. However, games that are so heavily, especially RPGs, especially open world, especially these games that you have to invest so much time in, if you lean so much on cooperative play, you're damaging yourself. Because if I can't find a weekly time on Wednesday and I just want to play and I want to get an Anthem, but I can't like literally beat the game because I don't have 2 other people, like I get it. It should be more fun with people, but if you're saying that it's like it's definitely catered to a group setting, that worries me. Just because I mean I can't guarantee that I'll have 2 to 3 people play with me every time. Secondly, I've seen a lot of like customization, but I haven't seen a lot of like loot. Like the armor that you get will be better.
Right.
So and we talk like I don't want to grind for a ton of time, but also like the idea of just changing my appearance just to look cool, that doesn't seem like that cool to me.
Yeah.
And not just to get better weapons, but to get actual armor that changes my character. So those are my 2 big concerns. I don't know. But hype train. I am so on this hype train.
And I definitely am too. And you speak to kind of what I was saying, my concern about the story. Like, what's the progression going to be look like? What's my incentive? I already know I would enjoy it for 2 hours. Yeah. Like, are you kidding me? That'd be so much fun.
Right.
But what is going to... Destiny, and I have been a day one Destiny player and have enjoyed it. I loved the rolling content. Tommy and I and all of us would... It's Tuesday. It's the weekly reset. Let's go. Yeah. It was a good amount of grind.
Yeah.
I don't want this game to be like Destiny. I want it to remind me of it a little bit.
Yeah.
And at first, I was saying, hey, this is going to be Destiny plus Division.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true in a good way. Yeah. I think it's going to be more Mass Effect and Destiny, all over the place with Monster Hunter tactics.
Yeah.
And the stuff they were doing with those guys was cool. It reminded me of Destiny if you were always using your super.
Yeah.
Or it reminded me of Overwatch if you're always using your ultimate.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Which was fun.
Yeah, no, I think they've been presenting the game really well. And I think it's definitely playing to their hand, and I think that's really good.
Yeah, and you and I have talked about how cool it is that the developers are doing this.
Yes, yeah.
And I do want to speak real quickly. It's fun to trash EA. Lord knows they deserved it. But
they deserve it.
Out of you could compile a list of the top 5 complaints for Electronic Arts in the last 5 years. All 5 of those complaints would be for sequels and or pre-existing entities, right?
Yeah.
What they did with Battlefront when they bought it, what they did with Battlefield, what they did with this, what they did with that. Anthem is new.
Yeah.
They have a chance to write their own story. People are judging them for trying to rewrite Star Wars, and I get that. I love Star Wars. Battlefront's beautiful. It's fine. Anthem has no... I don't think Anthem deserves a pre-existing reputation that EA has.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm so with you.
So that's promising to me.
Yeah.
That I can say, hey, EA, like, if you're really going to go back into your shell and start new, this is it.
Right.
It's Anthem.
Because in my mind, BioWare is doing everything. If EA was going to do something, it would be for after-launch content. Mm-hmm. But when they say out the gate, we don't have that.
Right.
What is EA gonna do? They're just putting EA. It's just
basically publishing.
It's gonna say EA presents BioWare Anthem.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it, you're just gonna be thinking about BioWare. You're not gonna be thinking about EA. I mean, time's up.
Right.
Roro says playing Destiny since July 2014 beta. I feel like I'm going to get what I love from Destiny and Anthem, and also everything Destiny is missing. At least I hope so. Well, if you're a committed Destiny player,
I think you'll definitely love it.
You have so much to gain from this game.
And Destiny's my favorite, but I barely played 2, and I kind of weaned off of it. It was just I couldn't keep up, Andrew. It was so intense.
Yeah.
But the concept was so good. I love Destiny so much, and I'm ready to try that level of play again. You know, that whole MMO, FPS, RPG, the combination of all these genres.
Yeah.
A question I had for you, Andrew, and you can kind of tell from the gameplay, but is this game open world?
Yes.
How open world?
And so
I guess we don't know, right?
No, we don't know. And they're really showing always that first jump.
Right.
And so I don't know if it's always that first jump.
Right.
I don't know how far you
What
can
happens
go.
when your boy jumps down to the right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do I find a new species? Or here's what I picture, and here's what I'm slightly worried about.
Okay.
Is you know how God of War has a beautiful world, but it's so linear?
Yeah. Oh, please.
Here's what I picture happening. If I leave the path too much, the screen will get red, and it'll start going.
I really hope not.
If I ever get a turnaround 3, 2, 1, while I'm flying, I'm gonna be upset.
I'm gonna be upset.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because in the gameplay, they're not roaming. It's almost direction. They're trying to show you the mission, which is great. It pops up, you go to it, whatever.
Yeah.
I want the opportunity to, zip and zag and fly around and do all the crazy frou-frou stuff.
Yeah.
And so I guess we'll have to see.
There's a lot to be seen with it for sure. I mean, I think IGN's doing it all month. I hope they do a piece about the world.
And I forget how they pace these things because they want a full press. Hey, we have this IGN first. Come check out this video now. But then they need content throughout the month.
I also heard that a demo is coming out, an open demo. So.
Oh really?
Don't quote me on that. And I think it's coming the beginning of February.
Bruh,
so
I hope so. I did not know that.
And then VIP members get it end of January, which means if you pre-order the game,
right,
more incentive. But anyways, Josh Kirby says, "I like those shirts, boys. Thank you. This is
thank you, Josh Kirby. This was a Christmas present for me and Andrew.
This is
we have other shirts as well. We've given away a few.
Yeah.
And Andrew Matthew, you're designing one. This month, aren't you?
I am. I'm in charge of t-shirt design, boys and girls. I'm really excited to get that design going.
That is the giveaway of the month.
Yes.
Over at patreon.com/Media Interactive. You can become a $1 or $3 a month patron. You get access to all sorts of exclusive stuff, including giveaways.
Yeah.
We did 2 giveaways last week, right? In the YouTube chat to everyone. We did. Shout out to those that won that. But yeah, we will be doing a t-shirt as well.
Yeah. And this t-shirt is from our other podcast.
Podcast Remastered. And we'll do we always do a monthly podcast where it's kind of me and Andrew off the clock talking about movies, video games, TV, faith, music, whatever.
Everything.
Our life.
Everything.
And that's so much fun, especially with so much going on.
Yeah, it's
True Detective and all that stuff.
Ooh. I mean, your boy
just dropped that. Yeah, so that's very exciting.
We're getting excited for that.
Andrew, let's use this time for a little bit. We haven't we haven't capitalized on in a while.
Let's do it.
What have we been playing?
That's a good segment. That's always a good.
It's good. It's homey.
Story
It's
mission
OG.
that I can
It's
trust.
the OG segment.
It's a good one.
What have you been playing? Hit us in the chat. What have you been playing?
Let us know.
Let's talk about it.
What mobile games have you been playing? No.
Oh my gosh, I thought you were serious. I just choked on air.
I have been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of it.
Tell me about that.
I realized that so I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game for a long time.
Rightfully so.
And I'm very much like a really stubborn old man at this point with Assassin's Creed games. Like, it's not what it was. I'm not going to get any of them anymore. Now, when Assassin's Creed Odyssey became, Game of the Year, I was intrigued. You got it. You said, no, it's pretty cool. I realized that I'm a sucker for Assassin's Creed game, and I missed it. And I'm also a sucker for like Greek-Roman atmosphere.
Yeah.
And it's just really cool to see that really woven into the game. Sorry.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. It's not super. I mean, it's challenging, but it's not a game where I feel like I get stuck. I just like run around. Plus, I really like how I don't have to be like hidden all the time. Like one thing you told me, you were like, "There's no like walking in the crowd being silent." And I was like, "What?" But when I played, I was like, "This is so much better." They should have got rid of that so quickly.
I'm telling you,
because you can just like be a person, and it's so fun.
It's so refreshing to get out of the London and Britain and Europe and France, like all the buildings and stuff.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, it was all the same game
Crap.
over and over. But people are literally like, "This is not the Assassin's Creed we wanted."
Yeah.
And that is so rare that that's a good thing.
Yes.
But they were walking a fine line there, you know, and they nailed it.
Yeah, so honestly, that has been. I played a little bit of Battlefield. That's been fun. I feel like I have more desire to play that short term than Call of Duty, which it's yet to be seen how much I play Call of Duty in 2019. Before your answer, we have some answers.
Yeah, no. Shout out to Rebecca Taylor. I love her so much.
Rebecca
she is awesome.
says, Spyro Reignited Trilogy.
Yes, that's so good. Remastered.
Is that on Xbox and PlayStation?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, all 3 games, I believe.
I actually have never played.
I almost bought it and then definitely didn't, but it was because of other stuff.
Is it super expensive? Is it like a?
It's like $30 or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. That game, I grew up playing that game.
And then Seth says Battlefield
1, which you got for $5. Again, Andrew, you get the game.
Wait, is that the one we're playing? No, Battlefield 5 is what we're playing.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Battlefield 1 is the.
Oh wow, you're right.
That's like
I was gonna say. I was like, $5.
What do you think about it? Do you like it? Have you been a Battlefield
player? It's a
player?
steal. Battlefield 1's classic.
And Ghost Recon.
Tom Clancy. Does he play Division? Do you play the Division 2 coming out? It's also Tom Clancy, so it's coming out in March. But yeah.
What have you been playing?
Cool. I've been playing Rocket League, Andrew.
Bro.
I just keep going back to it, and here's why, okay?
Tell me.
I am back on my TV grind, and I use my PlayStation for that because I like the way the controller lights up all blue in my apartment. It's just kind of cool. And it's just whatever.
No, it's the small things.
Well, so here's the thing.
You just seem really passionate about that. I just was surprised.
I was picturing it. It's all,
no, it's good.
And I'm going to go home and do that. Like, it's going to be so fun.
Montage in your head.
Yeah, me and Alexa on my Amazon Echo hanging out, watching TV. But the reason is I have 2 HDMI ports on my TV. One is Xbox, so it's always on for games, and then the other one just go to Netflix on PlayStation.
Right.
I digress, clearly.
Yeah.
I just switch to Rocket League in between episodes and play a round or two.
That's so smart.
And it's so fun. The game is so fun.
You just
even when we're getting demolished like we just were.
We lost like 4 games in a row.
And it's embarrassing to be bad at video games. What's embarrassing is to love the game. And then, you have interest about it and you're intrigued and want to play it, and then you're still trash.
Yeah.
That's what kind of stinks.
I think that when the new next-gen console launches, that Rocket League will be the game that I played the most on Xbox One. Like, over the span of the Xbox One.
Yeah, I mean, when you were living at that house at UVA, oh, man.
I played some... I mean, it's the game that has
like
never lost hype.
Played, yeah.
They continually know how to bring hype back into the game.
Fun.
And it's so good. And they don't even change that much. Roro says... I'm trying to actually finish Persona 5. I know nothing about Persona 5.
Yeah, no, that's
good.
Other
than the Smash.
That's good. Yeah, the new Smash crossover.
Seth says, I used to play Battlefield 4 so much. Battlefield 1 is very similar with the obvious scenic changes, which is a very nice, refreshing change. I played the beta of The Division, which was...
Yeah, and see, I bought The Division, was not happy with it. I watched the trailer again.
Yeah, you just watched the trailer.
For The Division 2.
Were you, impressed?
Okay, I didn't even catch that trailer at E3. That was the first time I kind of saw the trailer. I wasn't impressed, Andrew.
Yeah.
I was impressed with the last 2 seconds of it when it shows Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's familiar. That's me. Yeah. But the trailer is just, I don't know. It's a little bit of the same.
Yeah.
Our video might be a little bit laggy again. Sorry. Hopefully the audio's not. But, Yeah, I hope it turns out well for everybody.
Yeah.
That would be very good.
That's cool. Side quest.
Yeah.
We talked a lot about the Red Dead effect. The effect, if you are just tuning in for the first time, the Red Dead effect for us has been Red Dead Redemption has been such an impactful game. We beat it. We loved it. It took a long time. Now trying to play another game is very difficult for us. My question to you is, what do you think takes you out of the Red Dead effect? Do you think it's going to be all the way till Anthem? Do you see yourself investing in something before then? Or are you just kind of waiting to see what happens in January, February?
I'll tell you what, man. Time is the best medicine. I know that's cliche, but it's so true.
Yeah.
I can feel the Red Dead effect wearing off.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because we did jump into The Witcher briefly again. And to be in a different role-playing game was like, whoa, I actually need to reset the way I think about video games now. Yeah. Just because Red Dead is, we've talked about it. It's its own thing.
Yeah.
I think it will be a big game that I will feel left out otherwise. Like Anthem, I'm motivated to know about it. I'm motivated to keep playing it. And then once Red Dead Online, I'm starting to lean your way now of just like, what's even going on?
Thank you. That makes me feel a lot better.
And I still have faith that it will be good. I know
you do.
But as of now, it's not that great, and it's old news. So I haven't played Red Dead in a while. Yeah. So the Red Dead effect, I've been weaned off it.
It's so funny because we were hype about the online more than the campaign before the game launched. And we said multiple times, we don't think we're going to finish it. We just want to play the online, and here we are. But it happens. So you're saying just a big enough game to take the media interactive by storm, take you by storm to get you out of the...
I think it's going to be Anthem. Okay. I think it's going to be Anthem.
All right.
Basically, the question you're asking me, Andrew, is what game are you going to spend more than 20 hours playing, right?
Yes, that's it.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Does that seem like the appropriate threshold?
That's the threshold.
Because I'm not that far in Assassin's Creed, and I won't be.
Yeah.
I think it'll be Anthem. Again, as long as the content is there.
Although, honestly, if I could say, like, games to keep our attention, I would say even, like, more than 10 hours. I don't play games that much. Like,
that's probably true.
20 hours is a lot. And, like, in the grand scheme of things, we played 67 hours of Red Dead.
Yeah.
But also, like, more than...
And I want to play Call of Duty. Like, I want to be a gamer.
Yeah.
I almost haven't been a gamer in a while since Red Dead. I've just been a reporter on gaming.
We got some comments. Rebecca Taylor says, I still haven't finished Red Dead. I wanted to quickly finish Spyro before I finished it, but
Girl, you got to finish Red Dead. We got to talk about it.
Second ever favorite game after Last of Us.
After Last of Us. That's what I'm talking about. Best game of all time.
I think that's like pretty...
I don't know if you were here earlier when we were recording, but... It's leaked that it might come out this year. Last of Us Part 2. We'll see.
Cross your fingers. See. And then Seth says, The Witcher is definitely a love-hate relationship for me. Sometimes I love it, other times I don't. I stopped playing after I couldn't complete a mission, debating whether I should continue. Which Witcher are you talking about? 1, 2, 3.
Let's hope. Because I don't know what to hope.
I think he got a Steam sale and he got them all for like $3 or something.
You should skip 1 and 2.
3. Oh, we talking about 3. Listen, dude.
It's a love-love relationship. You spelled love wrong the second time.
Stick with it. I don't think that the walls in that game are that hard or that long. Like, we were stuck on things. I'm not saying that you're dumb for not being able to beat something. I think that stuff is hard.
No. Well, it happened to me with that stupid werewolf quest because I wasn't a high enough level. Go do other stuff, other small stuff. Yeah. Find wikis and just do it.
Yeah.
It's fun to embrace it completely. Yeah. Find a guide, find a walkthrough, and maybe choose more moral... options than we did.
I don't want to get on that.
Multiple
that's
endings.
a side quest.
I'm sorry. That's a
Witcher
fair
3.
point.
Definitely do that. Red Dead, definitely do that.
Point.
Okay, getting hype for Anthem then. That's
hype for Anthem. Again, the calm before the storm. We're almost there.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to hear more about big games like Last of Us and big games like Halo and Gears for Xbox.
Kingdom Hearts 3 also end of January.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is this month.
I'm really excited.
And you're definitely spearheading the passion on that one.
Really
and I am not. I have no interest in buying it now.
It's okay.
We'll have to see.
You know
what I mean?
For sure.
Thanks so much for the people that joined our chat.
Can't wait for Last of Us in all caps.
Yeah, that's so true. I can't either. And I've been holding my breath for months. I gotta temper my expectations. Because I think it's going to launch PS5. It was leaked that it's complete, 100%ed. So I think Last of Us is coming out this year. And they do exactly what they did last time, which was release it on PS3, 11 months later, remaster it for PS4. That's exactly what they did with the first one. That's why I think it's exactly what they're going to do with the second one.
Wait. Oh, but the
you know what I mean?
I was like, wait, what?
Last of Us 2 comes out on PS4 this fall.
Yeah,
they remaster it 6 months later for PS5.
Yeah, no, I see that perfect. That's Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm with you on that.
That's the reason I bought my PS4. I love Spider-Man, but Last of Us Part 2 has me sold already.
Roro says it better come out this year. Neil, do it, you coward.
Neil Druckmann. Dude, Roro, every time Naughty Dog tweets, I comment release date, no matter what they tweet. They tweeted Merry Christmas from me and my dog, and I just commented release date.
Dang, we got some passionate.
Just start doing that. Just comment release date. Yeah, again, everyone who plays that game, it's so good. That's awesome. So good. Any final words you want to say? Check out our Patreon.
Check it out.
Find us on Twitter and Instagram at minteractivexyz. We do a bunch of polls and stuff.
Yeah.
You can also email us at minteractivexyz. Actually, wait, what is the email?
At minteractivexyz@gmail.com.
I think it's ANZ though.
Oh, no, it's not. I don't think it is. I'll be honest.
XYZ.
I'll read the comments while you go check.
Why do I forget?
Rebecca
Just
says,
send us a message on Twitter.
It needs to come out this year. I need to play it. I recently bought it again and plan on replaying it soon.
I bought it twice. I bought Last of Us twice.
And then Seth says, little side quest. We have a little side quest.
All right,
from the
side
chat.
quest. Hit me.
At Comic-Con, I got to talk and snap a pic with Troy Baker. The Troy Baker.
Dude, he tweeted at us when we went viral with Greg Miller.
Wow.
Yeah, that's so cool. He's the man.
There.
He's a kind of funny best friend. He's a good dude.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No, that's awesome. And I know they have to be done with motion cap and all that stuff for Joel.
For sure. So, they have to be.
I'm excited for that. But yeah, a lot of fun stuff coming this month for our people. Thank you so much for joining our chat.
Yes.
We should be back to our regular schedule, Tuesday nights,
Tuesday
whatever,
nights.
doing our thing. T-shirt giveaway over at patreon.com. Again, you can go to that website, patreon.com/Media Interactive. Find everything we've ever done.
$2.
We have reviews of Red Dead. We have streams of Call of Duty. We have every podcast ever. There's also an RSS feed you can copy and paste into iTunes to get our podcasts everywhere. Follow us on Twitter, too. I've been using that more and more.
Yeah.
Instagram's it's still there, but Twitter is where it's at.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Look forward to the T-shirt design and giveaway and all that stuff. Much love.
Peace.
And keep on gaming.